Here is my advice to Barack Obama. Everybody is telling you to listen to other folks, and you don't seem to be doing it. And it's a bizarre thing. You know, the problem with Bush was that he lived in a bubble, and we all talked about this, the White House bubble, and he wouldn't listen to any outside advisors. But Obama seems to be doing the same thing when it comes to the Treasury Department. There's no team of rivals. There's nobody who disagrees with Geithner and Summers, and he doesn't get that advice, and it's killing him. And so I was going to give this advice to my nephew, and because he's about to try to pick colleges, and everybody's giving him different advice. They're like, oh, no, you should go into engineering, because engineering is respectable. Personally, I think that's disastrous advice. You're going to take a kid who isn't into engineering and try to make him an engineer? That plan is not going to work. And everybody's got their own priorities and perspectives, etc. And I was going to pull him aside, and I'm going to do that actually this weekend. And I was going to explain to him the 3 Ps. And then as I was thinking about it, I thought, you know what? I could tell Obama the same thing. Look, here are the 3 Ps. When taking advice, take into account who's giving you the advice. What are their personal issues? So, for example, does Larry Summers get money from the Wall Street banks that he wants to prop up? Absolutely. He's gotten millions upon millions of dollars from them before, and when he gets out of office, he's going to get millions upon millions of dollars from them afterwards. In fact, Bob Rubin, who's the head of all these guys, initially under Clinton's Treasury Department, when he left office, he wound up making $150 million from sitting on the board of Citigroup. So does he have a personal bias there? He certainly could. So should you take that into account? Of course you should. Now, but let's say that's a small part of it. That Larry Summers and Geithner aren't thinking, afterwards I'm going to go and make $100 million, which they might. So I would take their advice with a tremendous grain of salt, right? Then you get to the second P, perspective. What's their perspective on this? And their perspective is the Wall Street perspective that they've lived in their whole lives, their whole career, you know, and the advice that they've gotten, and they think that, you know, as far as this scenario is concerned, that the banks can do no wrong, that the banks must survive no matter what. What Obama needs to do is bring in people, one, who don't have personal bias, and two, that have a different perspective. Look, it doesn't even mean that Geithner and Summers are wrong, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to them, but you should know where they're coming from. And why not have somebody in the room who hasn't worked on Wall Street all their lives, who has a different perspective on it, like the Democratic senators that came in and tried to talk to Obama and tried to talk him out of this wrong-headed direction he's going. And then the third P is priorities. Now, does Geithner want to help the people whose houses are being foreclosed? Sure, I bet he does. Does he want to help the economy overall? Of course he does. Does he want to, you know, solve this problem overall? Yeah. But his top priority is protect the banks. Why not bring in somebody who has different priorities? Listen to someone whose top priority are workers, for example. And another person whose top priority is the people losing their homes. The fourth person whose top priority is making sure that the American taxpayer doesn't get ripped off. Why not have a real team of rivals? And I don't know why he's not doing it. And to me, this is fundamental, you know, advice-taking 101. And he should be savvy enough to understand that by now. If Obama came to me, or anybody came to me and said, look, I'm only going to take advice from you, I'd say, you're a fool. Don't do it. Because I've got my own perspective. I've got my own priorities. I got my own personal interests. So you should take, yes, I think, of course I think I'm right, otherwise I'd change my opinion, right? So I think you should take advice from me, but I think you should take advice from a number of different people from different perspectives. And if anyone should know that, it should be a Democrat. And the fact that he hasn't done that here I'm afraid, will be his great undoing. So let's hope he straightens it out.